Hi everyone, this is Hisham, a digital analyst, and today I'm going to talk about something really interesting. How can you implement the data layer on the website using Google Tag Manager? You have to know that this is not the only way, but this is one of the ways. So hold on a second, I'm going to show you how you do it in a really simple way. Okay, so what you need to have, first of all, you need to have the Google Tag Manager on your website implemented. This is the most important thing. You need to have a website, of course, and you need to know what's the case study. In our case, we need to just push a data layer whenever a user goes to the blog post, and we will do this using custom HTML. So what I need you to do first, I need you to go to Google Tag Manager. So we are now in Google Tag Manager. What we need to do first, we need to go to the tags and we need to create a new one. And once we create a new one, we just click here and we say, I want to have a custom HTML. You will go and you will take the data layer that you created. And I'm going to give you like a short explanation about the data that I created. In really simple terms, the goal of this data layer is not to track anything fancy. The goal is to show you how can you implement the data layer in your website. And of course, case by case, the code will be different. But in our case, I'm going to say that, okay, I want to push a data layer, and the data layer will have some keys. The keys will be event, page title, category, and page URL. Some of them are static, which is the event. So this is obviously should be static because I want to push this event every time this action happens, which is blog page view, and the page title is the dynamic value. So here I'm saying the document, so you have to grab the document and you have to attach the title of it. So in this case, it's gonna be like, for example, the title of my blog. The category is blog, of course, and the URL, which will grab the URL from the page itself. Then I will name it, let's say, test demo 1, and I'm just gonna name this one page view 1 just to differentiate because I had a lot. And in the trigger, what you need to do, you want to say, okay, I want to trigger this event whenever someone goes to my website. Again, case by case it's different, but in our case we want to know like if someone visited the blog. So I go here, I press on plus. In my case, again, it's a page view. I click the page view, and then I say for specific page views, I click here and then I say, okay, the page URL should contain data because I have some blogs with data content, and then I would say test demo 1, and then I click on save. And this is really interesting because you will know what exactly I'm talking about in the debugging. And this is why I like the GTM, because you can really debug and you can have the full control on it. So I will just go here and I would say preview. So now we're going to do the debugging. I'm going to preview my website. I'll click on the connect, and then I connected my website to the debugging view. And here you will see the things that we have. So I don't care about anything. I care about the data layer, right? So I go here. Of course, there's no data layer because I have nothing that should be tracked here. I go to blogs. I should not have any data layer because I didn't track it here. So as you can see, it's GTM load. And then I go to my blog post, and here you will see the data layer. So the data layer was pushed, and I can see it here. The title, I can see the blog, I can see the URL, and it's pretty much what I was looking for. Okay, so now once we debugged it, we will see that the tag that we created, it's called the test demo 1. This is what we created just a second ago. And then you will see that, okay, that's it. And then you can see that everything kind of match what we have in our data layer, right? So we have the event, its page view, we have the page title, we have the blog, and we have the URL. So once you are fine with that, you see, okay, this is how it should be. I will submit. You just submit. Of course, you have to put demo test. Like all the time, it's highly recommended to put some documentation. This is a demo. And you go to publish. It's really important to know that if you want to debug after you publish your container on Google Tag Manager, it's really important to debug in incognito. And I'm going to show you how can we make sure that we implemented the data layer in the correct way. As you can see here, we are in Chrome. I go here, I go to incognito to make sure that there's no cookies. I cached everything. And then I go to hisham.com, and then I'll go to the blogs. Now, look, if I go to the console and then I put data layer, you will see that I have the GTM, JavaScript, the DOM, and the load. But when I click on the blog itself and I put data layer, you will see that we have the event, the data layer that we tracked in Google Tag Manager in here. So with that being said, this is the way how can you implement the the data layer using Google Tag Manager. It's a pretty powerful, and you just have to make sure that you actually align everything. So if you wanna centralize all the codings, all the tracking on GTM, everybody should know about it. You should not just do your job on GTM while the developers are doing something else on the website. So on the hard code of the website. So just keep this in mind. This was just a demo. I thought it's going to be interesting to share it with you. If you have any questions, if you want us to talk about something else, let me know. We can do it together. Thank you so much. Bye bye.